Australia, floods in Pakistan, and Venice is gradually going under. Man-made climate change is at least partly responsible for all of this. Global warming is caused by an increased concentration in the atmosphere of greenhouse gases emitted by industry and traffic. The latest figures show these levels have never been higher. Experts are alarmed.
Climate change is galloping ahead. In the last year, we once again saw record global temperatures and, moreover, a series of unprecedented weather extremes.
But what are the politicians doing to curb carbon emissions? At the recent Christian Democrat Party conference, Chancellor Merkel drew wild applause by sticking to her conservative guns, referring to the issue of climate change only in the broader context of energy and the power supply.
An industrialized nation needs a secure, clean and affordable energy supply, obviously one in the interest of both the environment and the economy.
Only a few years ago, Merkel was being hailed as the climate chancellor, posing for the cameras against the backdrop of melting glaciers in Greenland. These days, the opposition accuses her of ignoring environmental issues.
Merkel was never a climate chancellor. All she did was put on a red anorak and have her picture taken in front of a glacier. After that, most of her policies were the opposite of climate protection.
Will the UN climate change conference in Cancun, Mexico, prompt Merkel to take action? Even the climate experts who've advised her are disappointed by her failure to rise to the challenge.
In a situation like this, I believe what's needed is strong leadership, especially from those who understand the problems and realize how urgent it is to act, and that this urgency increases with every passing year.
You mean Chancellor Merkel?
Exactly.
A year ago, the much-vaunted Copenhagen Climate Summit completely failed to deliver a deal. Talks were progressing until the government heads arrived and trashed much of the negotiators' work. All that remained were feeble declarations of intent. So, what can the German delegation achieve in Cancun over the next few weeks?
Even if we have yet to see concrete results, and Copenhagen in particular was very disappointing, past conferences have got countries talking to one another, leaders discussing the problem, and among the public, the issue is definitely high on the agenda.
But no one expects the Cancun summit to lead to a breakthrough. At best, it might result in an agreement on rainforest protection and financing, and technological transfer arrangements to help developing nations reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. Germany is approaching the conference with caution.
The expectations before Copenhagen were massive, and everyone's hopes were completely dashed. So this year we have the opposite situation. No one's expecting much from Cancun, and perhaps that will prove to be a good thing.
Anyone who insists it's too late and nothing can be done needs to explain what the alternative is. Personally, I believe there is no alternative to negotiations held under UN leadership, even if this is a slow process.
The German government maintains it has done a lot to curb climate change, despite the UN's latest figures showing that greenhouse gas emissions reached record levels in the atmosphere last year.